Hey guys, HDvee here. Now, we all love Pokemon. Those amazing little creatures with special powers that really made our childhoods what they were. However, have you ever stopped and wondered how the good old people at Gamefreak actually come up with their idea for the Pokemon they create? Of course, most of the time, it's through really cool, imaginative ideas that the creators come up with. However, something that you may not know though, is that some of these Pokemon actually have really creepy backstories and origins that really send a shiver down your spine. With that being said, today's video takes a look at the top 5 creepiest Pokemon origins. Don't hesitate to drop a comment down below about the video and if you found it interesting or not. Don't forget to leave a like on this video too to show your support, and I'll be sure to bring out a new video very shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date, and follow my Twitter to hear updates about the channel. Now, without further ado, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. Starting things off and claiming the number 5 spot in today's top 5 video is Mawile. Where did Gamefreak get the idea for a magical version of Japan swarming with bizarre supernatural monsters? From Japan itself. The country's folklore is infested with yokai, creepy crawling monsters that come in hundreds of sizes and shapes. One popular yokai story is of Futakuchi Onna, or the two-mouthed woman. Once upon a time, a miserly farmer was overjoyed with his new wife because she miraculously never needed to eat, saving him a bunch of money. However, as the weeks went on, he noticed that his grain supplies were getting dangerously low. It wasn't until one horrifying night that he awoke to find his wife asleep, but a second mouth on the back of her head was voraciously devouring his food stores. Tendrils of hair continuously fed the mouth more and more rice, eating him out of house and home. Mawile is absolutely a reference to this story, sporting a demure gaze and one nightmarish mullet. So as you can see, Mawile's creepy backstory definitely deserves a place on this list, and so takes the number 5 spot for today's top 5 video. Coming in at the number 4 spot in today's top 5 video is Absol. According to Chinese legend, the Yellow Emperor Huangdi was on patrol near the East Sea when he encountered Beizi, a magnificent beast with a flowing white mane, large horns and several eyes. The monster taught the Emperor about the secrets of the supernatural world and how to defeat thousands of types of supernatural beings. The myth of this mysterious white creature spread to Japan as well in the form of Kutabi, which appeared before a village to successfully warn them of a coming plague. This definitely fits Absol's Pokédex entries, which talk about its habit of emerging from the wilderness to inform humans of oncoming disasters. Take a look at the dark spot in the center of Absol's head and tell me that's not supposed to be where the third eye opens. For all of these reasons, the origin of Absol should definitely be on this list, and so takes the number 4 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming in at the halfway point in today's top 5 video is Whiscash. Whiscash is a water and ground type Pokemon that first appeared in Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. It is a large blue catfish with long fleshy whiskers and a big yellow W on its forehead. According to its Pokédex entry, Whiscash loved to both predict and cause earthquakes. Whiscash is based upon the Namazu, a breed of mythical catfish that are said to cause earthquakes. It is said that the Namazu were a punishment for mankind's greed, and the only thing stopping them from destroying all of Japan was the presence of the Shinto god Kashima. There is an unaired episode of the anime focused on Whiscash called Shaking Island Battle, DaHubbz vs Namuzin. It was originally due to be broadcast in October of 2004. This was around the time of the Chutsu earthquakes in Japan, in which 68 people were killed. Out of sensitivity, this episode has never been broadcast anywhere. Whiscash's origin is definitely something you wouldn't expect to see in a Pokemon game, and so takes the number 3 spot in today's top 5 video. Coming in at the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video is Parasect. Parasect is based upon one of the most disturbing organisms in all of the nature, the Cordyceps. Cordyceps are a form of parasitic mushroom. Unlike the mushroom that Vileplume is based upon, which kills other plants to feed itself, The cordyceps takes over the bodies of living insects in order to breed. When an ant comes into contact with the spores of the cordyceps, the plant quickly infects the ant's body and mind, turning it into a thrall for its own use. The ant then grows large mushrooms out of its body. After draining all the nutrients from the host body it can, the mushroom uses the ant's body to climb to the highest point it can and release all of the spores as it can, continuing the terrifying cycle. Now, Parasect is one of the original 151 Pokemon. When you consider all of the different animals who did not get used until later generations such as bears, owls, sheep and all that, why on earth did the cordyceps skip to the front of the list? It seems that back in the 90s, Satoshi Tajiri felt that a nightmarish zombie mushroom ant combo was just the thing his new video game needed. For the sole reason of how terrifying Parasect is, it takes the number 2 spot in today's top 5 video. Finishing things off though, and claiming the number 1 spot in today's top 5 video is Sableye. Sweet, a Pokemon based on a myth that isn't of Japanese origin. Sableye is probably one of the most bizarre looking pocket monsters, a purple imp with jewels for eyes that look positively alien. That's intentional, because it was inspired by the Kelly Hopkinsville encounter, one of the most famous extraterrestrial sightings of the 20th century. If you live in Kentucky, you should keep an eye out for this little guy. While most aliens are described as little bald men with big black eyes and tiny nostrils, the Hopkinsville goblin is said to have pointy ears, bright glowing eyes and no nose whatsoever. It's not just one random person saying this either. The appearance of the Hopkinsville goblin has been brought up by multiple eyewitnesses, which are all alleged, of course. The Hopkinsville goblin is said to have silver skin, not purple, but the rest of the similarities to Sableye are too strong to ignore. I'm a big fan of extraterrestrial beings though, and so when I found out about Sableye's origin, it just had to go at the top of my list. For all of these reasons, Sableye takes the number 1 spot in today's top 5 video. But with that, wraps up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video though, please leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said at the start of the video, I would also love to hear your guys' opinions too on this subject, so be sure to leave them in the comment section below. I have a couple top 5s coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you have the time, and also subscribe if you like my content. That's everything from me though, so thanks for watching guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.